Go. Well, good evening, everyone. I'm going to call this meeting to order for the Brawley City Council and successor agency to the Brawley Community Redevelopment Agency. Special meeting agenda for December 7th, 2023 here at 6 p.m. the City Council chambers. We can have the roll call, please.
Yes, sir. Councilmember Hamby.
Here.
Councilmember Wharton.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Castro.
Here.
Mayor Nava.
Here.
And Councilmember Revelar is absent.
All right, thank you. Next is our invocation. If Councilmember Hamby, would you please lead the invocation?
Absolutely. Let's all stand. As my last time leading the invocation as under Mayor George Nava. It's an honor.
Thank you.
Let's all pray. Gracious Heavenly Father, we are thankful to you again tonight for your blessings, for your hand of protection that's upon us. We ask for your guidance tonight and for your hand of protection upon this proceeding. We thank you for the year that's behind us. Thank you for the leadership of Mayor Nava. We ask that you would bless incoming Mayor Castro and that the year ahead of us would be good and productive. And be with us this evening. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Ms. Castro, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you both.
You're welcome.
All right, the next item on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda as written?
Also move.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much. Next item on the agenda is item 2, public appearances and comments not to exceed 4 minutes. This is a time for the public to address the council on any item not appearing on the agenda that is within the subject matter jurisdiction of the city council. The mayor will recognize you, and when you come to the microphone, please state your name for the record. You are not allowed to make personal attacks on individuals or make comments which are slanderous or which may invade an individual's personal privacy. Please direct your questions and comments to the city council. Is there anyone here who would like to make a public comment on any item not appearing on the agenda? Anything online? Well, I don't think we're online at this moment, so we are, okay. Very well. We're good. All right. Thank you very much. We'll move on. And next is special business, and we're going to get right down to it. And it says special business comments from outgoing Mayor George Nava. That is me. And I just want to thank everybody certainly for being here. It's a special night for Mayor Pro Tem Castro and for Councilmember Wharton and for Councilmember Hamby and myself to see a change in our leadership team. And we're excited, but I do want to thank the public. I want to thank everybody for being out here, for showing their support. I would especially like to thank my fellow council members here for their tremendous support over the years. And the staff. Staff has done a terrific job, tremendous job over the past year in working hard to help elevate Brawley and make it better. And, you know, it's all of their work that makes us either look really, really good or even better. Because quite honestly, when we get the criticism, it comes down to us, right? And so I do appreciate everything that every department is doing. I always say that, you know, Brawley is not a rich community, it's not a poor community, but it is a full-service community. And so we have every department from police department, fire department, public works department, parks and rec, library services, IT, everything out there. And that is, you know, it's about 135, 140 people that service 27,000 people. And so it's a lot of work to do for very few, and they do it very, very hard day in, day out. So I very much appreciate what they do. I know this council and my fellow council members work really hard, and I'm very proud of the work that we've done, and it's an honor to be mayor. And I appreciate all the support that staff has given me and my fellow council members and our city manager, our city attorney. And I just want to keep it short and sweet, but I am very, very grateful. It's a great opportunity to serve as mayor. I know I've said the story and I've said it many times, but I'll repeat it just because it's very impactful. You know, my dad was born, he just turned 94. He was born under a mesquite tree in the middle of Mexico, no education. And then within one generation, his son is mayor. And I've been mayor 4 times in the city of Brawley, which is a true honor. And it's a testament to this country's beauty, you know? It's a beautiful country. I love this country. And so I don't know if you could do that just anywhere around the world, but I know you can do it in the United States of America. And I love not only this country, but I love this community. And so I'm very proud of it, and I'm very thankful for the opportunity and that not just this country, but the people of Brawley have given me. So thank you all very much. For those of you out listening, I appreciate you all very much. For the people that support me and listen to me, I appreciate you. And for all those that I represent, and that's everybody. And sometimes it's people that don't support me, but I represent everybody, you know. And so thank you all very much. I appreciate the opportunity to serve this past year as mayor. I look forward to the things that I'm working on. In fact, I alluded to some of it the other day, and I'm very excited to announce soon that we'll be working on a Brawley beautification program. Very excited about that in the year to come. And I look forward to council helping me with that, and our new mayor and Mayor Pro Tem, and I'm very excited about it. So thank you all very much for the opportunity. I'll move on at this point. But I will say this. Before I move on, I know soon we'll be voting on Mayor Pro Tem Castro to become mayor, and I do want to, you know, just express this this inspiration for others and just recognition of your hard work, Mayor Pro Tem Castro, in that, you know, it didn't come easy. You know, we say, you know, the expression is run for council. We run for council, right? But it's been more of a climb for you, right? It has been over the years. It's been more of a climb. And so whether you were running for IID or you were running for school board or city council, there was a lot of times where you fell down, but you got up. And now you've been able to be elected, and you're ascending to the position of mayor, which is the figure role for us, and you're our representative. So very proud of your efforts, of your success. And I'm very honored to be on the council with you and to be your friend. All right, before we get too teary-eyed, let's move on to council member comments. And I don't know who wants to start.
Mr. Mayor, maybe while you are still mayor right now, I do have the opportunity for some comments also?
Of course,
toward you?
of course.
If I can lead bat there, I would like to say, and I know I've been around for 3 of those 4 mayorships, but I'm going to be the first to say, I hope, and I'm sure it's going to be echoed, you model and you live and you lead in a way that really allows the rest of us on council to not only get behind and follow, but I can say in well over a decade, coming on almost 12 years, I've learned a lot about just being a good human being that can serve the public and mean what you say and say what you mean, whether the camera's on or the camera's off. And every word you just shared, you have said in private. Your pride, your passion, your love for your family, love for your community. I hope everyone understands this is not, there's just nothing to gain to just show that here. You model that every time. So utmost respect, George, to you as a public servant in our community. And I feel very fortunate I've served all my terms next to you. So
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor Nava, it really has been a pleasure to serve under your mayorship twice now for me in my 6 years on council. And it's, as Donnie was saying, you have these qualities of leadership that that are necessary in a position like this. And it's those qualities of being able to take flack from people, and also be able to take the accolades when they come, because we get both. We get hit with some really difficult challenges and situations, and sometimes it feels like there's just no winning, and it's a thankless job. But sometimes the people who are grateful do step forward and make their voices heard too. A lot of times it's the people that are dissatisfied, and that's in any area of life. A lot of times the people that are unhappy are the ones that are more vocal than the ones that are happy with the way things are going. But I am proud to say that I've served alongside of you and under your leadership for 6 years now, and I hope that when election season comes next year that you will run again. And I will say that in the beginning of my time on council, we butted heads. It was hard to settle into this role at the beginning, but I noticed that you did still try to reach out to be a mentor to a new council member, and I think as a new council member, whoever is newly elected, it is on us to also accept that mentorship, to accept the wisdom of the people that have been in leadership before us. Because nobody knows everything. You can pay attention to local politics, and you can come to meetings, and still, until you're here in these seats, it's hard to know exactly how to react, how to respond, and how to lead. And so I'm grateful for your mentorship over the years. It's hard to say when we made the transition from, kind of some antagonism toward each other to a friendship and toward mutual respect. But you reminded me at Tuesday night's meeting of an event from, I don't know, about a year and a half or 2 years ago, where I had collaborated with Westmoreland Elementary School with Superintendent Cordero and Mrs. Brambila to have a music day at school, and we learned a song together with a classroom with some special ed students in honor of a special ed teacher. And it was a beautiful moment, and you were touched by that. And I think between that and just kind of sharing some personal struggles, I think we realized, we are just human, and those aspects, it's not just getting up here and being a machine and answering, yes sir, no ma'am, whatever. We are all people. We all have our personal struggles. We all come here and try to put those to the side and serve and lead the best that we can. And I really appreciate that about you, and I appreciate your friendship as well as your leadership.
Likewise, my friend.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. It's strange. The other night I started going to this weird down a rabbit hole, and I don't know. I was just a little lost, and I wanted to say a few things and make sure that I didn't forget to say them today. But obviously, we have the opportunity to speak today. I've known George for a long time, and we went to high school together. I think I don't remember. You're a couple years older, so we didn't really run into each other. But I remember him. And then obviously involved in politics for many, many years now, behind the scenes and working on all the things that I worked on. I met George many, many, many years ago. But we didn't develop this type of relationship until recently. We're under his leadership. When I came on council, right, we all think we know it all until we get here. And then we're like, we're shocked. It's, shock and all, right? And you think you know it all, and you start seeing, the comments on social media, department heads, our city manager, everything that happens here and everything that it takes to, and sometimes you need a calming hand. You just need a calming voice and somebody to reassure you that it's all going to be okay. And George did that, reached out right away. Prior to that, I had forgot, I don't know why. About 4 years ago, 2019, I went through a transitioning phase in my life. And it felt like I was all alone except for those people that were really close to me, all right, my real close friends and family. And I received 3 calls for people to help me. And one is my good friend, our assembly member, Eduardo Garcia. He said, hey, I got you. You need anything? How can I help? And I said, no, I'm good. We'll get through this. Another one is, as most of you won't know this, but Jason Jackson from the city of El Centro. He reached out. And I tell you, this means a lot because people were turning off their phone. People were avoiding me and not answering calls. All of a sudden, I was a used to be. And used to be is don't make no honey, used to say my first sergeant. And I'd become Mr. Development very, very quickly. And the third call that I received was from this gentleman. He said, hey, bro, you all right? Yeah, I'm all right, man. What's up? Hey, just calling to see what I can do for you. How can I help you? I'm good, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. And he was like, do you want to talk? Do you want to go get lunch? How can I help you? And it meant the world to me that these 3 gentlemen who I had a relationship with, but it felt like a professional relationship because of everything that we have to do, reached out to see how they can help me. And one of the a very difficult time for me. And you're gonna make me cry, George. And I always say I'm a man. I cry a lot at home, but I don't cry in public. But George called, and I wasn't sure what that was about, other than just a genuine concern for another human being. So then, I think I'm done. I'm moving on. I'm going to go follow up on other goals, and, obviously started my business and went back to work, back in the trades as an electrician, which is my profession. And then, city council pops up. I wasn't looking forward to doing any of that, and my mother had just passed. I had no reason to believe that I could do any of this. And, we see the names on the ballot, and we say, you know what, let's give it another shot. I've never quit. I've never quit on anything. I've been hit in the face, punched in the gut, kicked in my butt many, many times since I was a little boy, and I've never quit, never. So we get on this council, and George has honestly been a true mentor and a friend. And besides that, most of you don't know, because, George, he has this swag about him, right? He walks around like he's the coolest guy in the room, and you'll never know. But he's he's a good person. You'll never hear it. He'll never see it posted on social media. It'll never make the news, or he won't even repeat it. But every time we've had something come up, we just happen to be talking. I'm not calling him even to ask him for anything. What are you up to, bro? I'm headed to do this because this happened somewhere. Hold on, let me send you $100. Hey, swing by the office, pick up $200. Hey, hold on. And I'm like, how do you pay the bills as much as he does for the community, and no one ever knows about it? That's a real, that's a person who does it out of the kindness of their heart, and not for the accolades, right? Not for the recognition. So, and when you became mayor, I honestly, you guys are, Donnie and George, you guys are icons here in this community, right? You've been doing this for a long time. Everybody knows you. Everyone has something bad or good to say about you guys.
It's probably true.
And I was excited when I got here. And our very first meeting was like immediately opposing, we had opposing votes. And I was like, oh man, I hope that we can get over this. And you know what we did? Immediately I realized as well that I needed to calm down and work with the team. And George just immediately just took me under his wing, has taught me how to work this, even during public meetings, mostly in private. And that is one thing that I respect, because people like to make a show in public, but in private, rarely reach out, rarely, come out and see what they can do for you. So I appreciate that. And this year, you being mayor, and you knew I was nervous about this, and I was worried. And he guided me from the first day to today, he called me pretty much every day last week, this week. And I truly appreciate the opportunity to serve here with you, to be your partner in this council, along with the rest of the gentlemen. And I do hope you run again. I do hope you're here for a very long time.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Appreciate everything.
Well, thank you, my friend. Como soy chillón.
Okay.
All right.
Now, we're done.
Right.
With all the crying.
Yeah.
I need to keep talking to get it out.
Right,
so
right,
let's
right.
just
Good,
break
good,
down.
good. Let's,
So now we have a
it's just us in the
presentation.
room, that's what's
But let's
wrong.
come down here. We'll do a quick presentation.
let's go.
A plaque, and thank you from the city. You guys coming down? Come on. You guys as well?
Yep.
So we're going to continue the meeting down here. And Tommy said we can get the wireless, but I have a feeling that you're loud enough, Ramon. So I present this plaque on behalf of the city. City of Brawley recognizes Mayor George A. Nava for your dedicated service to the city of Brawley, serving as mayor. And it has all your 4 terms: December 6, 2011, to December 19, 2012, December 19, 2014, December 1st, 2015, December 5th, 2017, December 4th, 2018, December 7, 2022, to December 7, 2023. Wow.
No, thank you.
Exactly.
Beautiful. I appreciate it. Thank you.
And this is for Mrs. Nava.
Okay. I thought you
Ms.
were posting these.
Yeah, too late, I'm already married. She's not here today because
She's in El Centro for their reorg.
for their reorg. And El Centro couldn't let us have the spotlight for one evening. So she's working. But here you go, this is to Mrs. Nava.
I appreciate
Lisa,
that. Thank you.
and you look beautiful.
No
with red
pictures
roses
because that
anyways.
looks awkward when he's handing me
We'll hold it here,
I
and
appreciate it.
let's get some pictures.
Right,
Yeah.
there's one more.
Thank you.
Ramon. There's one more.
And one more. Oh, yes.
Your yearbook.
This is all the cool stuff
Oh, there we go.
from the entire year, your entire year. Look at that. You work everywhere.
Wow, look at that.
Who put this together?
Tommy.
Tommy. Tommy Garcia, thank you,
Beautiful,
sir.
beautiful job. Thank you,
Beautiful,
Tommy.
good job.
I appreciate that
And,
very much.
We'll leave it out here for folks to see it
Yeah,
afterwards if
absolutely.
they want to.
Yeah.
And that's what we have for you.
I
Thank you so
appreciate it.
much,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Mayor.
Thank you. It means a lot to me.
4
everybody.
years.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And staff.
Round of applause, everyone.
Donnie, thank you. We'll get a picture with everyone here, please. And, thank you very much. Thank you again, everyone. Tommy, great job on it. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's very thoughtful. I appreciate it, and I appreciate staff's work. Tommy, that's very meaningful to me. I do appreciate it. Good work, and it's a great memory for me, so thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right. Well, next is what we're all waiting for is a reorganization of officers, and the item is 6-1, appointment of Mayor Chairperson Ramon Castro for the City Council, successor agency of the Brawley Community Redevelopment Agency, Public Financing Agency, and Public Improvement Corporation. So it's my honor to make a motion to approve the item. Is there a second?
I'll second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations. And I'll hand over the gavel to you. You can lead the rest of the meeting there, my friend. Yeah. Yeah. Woo. There.
Now you've got a new mayor.
He's got a new favorite.
Can I, well, when do I use this?
No, well,
Whenever I want? Not yet, okay.
Next item.
All right, let's move on to item, next item, item 5, under special business, item 5C. 5C2, appointment of Mayor Pro Tem Don Warren for City Council, Vice Chairperson for the successor agency for Brawley Community Redevelopment Agency, Vice Chairman for the Public Finance Authority, and Vice President for the Public Improvement Corporation.
Mr. Mayor, it's my honor to make the motion to approve the item.
We have a motion, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second, this is my first.
All those in favor?
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Mr.
We'll get through it.
I'm just nervous and excited
Don't be
This
nervous.
is it's just,
You know what I'll say is that you have a great team of people here. Collectively here, we've all been mayor. Now
Yeah.
we've all been mayor, right? And you have about 35 years of experience between the three of us here
Wow.
on council.
Wow,
So
no,
you've
no.
got a good team. You're
You know what,
good, brother.
I know, I feel blessed because I'm not walking into a situation that's just gonna, I'm gonna lose the rest of my hair, right?
Hey, I lost mine.
Right?
I mean,
I-
he didn't mean any offense by
It,
that.
it didn't,
Right.
I mean, I'm supposed to have hair. My grandfathers both had hair, like who had a hair when they passed, and here I am. I'm balding as well. It is what it is, right? I'm not gonna. It is what it is. So, guys, this is 12 years in the making, and all I gotta say is that I'm grateful. I'm just grateful for this opportunity. For this country that I love so much, right? I would die for it, literally.
Mm-hmm.
And like George said earlier, his father was born under a mesquite 94 years ago, and our outgoing mayor Nava, 4 times mayor of the city, and it might not seem like much. It's a small town with roughly 28,000 people, give or take. But it's tough. It's tough, and I can tell you that myself. It's tough. I lost twice running for council. And I always felt like I was close enough, but not there, right? But there was always encouragement to continue. There were a lot of items, a lot of things that I had on my mind, and I thought that I could represent well. And one is being a tradesman. Just today, I was out there swinging a sledgehammer and running pipe and stuff, and I continue to do it to this day, and I'm very proud of that. I'm very, very proud. That is what I do, right? And I think that having this well-rounded group of individuals, from professionals, business members, businessmen and women. We don't have any women, sorry. Any businessmen, right? We can together get a lot of stuff accomplished here for the city of Brawley and represent all corners of our city. That's important to me. But again, going back to gratitude, and I should have written something down, but I didn't. I wanted to do as I always do. I speak from the heart. There are a lot of people to thank, and along the way, everyone who's encouraged me and supported our family from the beginning of when I ran in 2011, and you came just a couple hundred votes shy, right? Back then, I remember we were out there campaigning, and I was working with Mr. Danny Machine, who's here in the room. He's a assistant business manager for IBW 569, which is my alma mater. That's where I went through my apprenticeship. I got my education and where I continue my career. We're out there working, and then one day, Mr. Eric Reyes, we all know, right, know very well, said to me, you should run for office one day. Right? I was like,
Can you do that again? Just for,
and I think he meant like one day, not literally that year. So I'm like, all right. So we gave it a shot. And then from there, we continued, and a lot of people have supported us along the way. First, I just want to thank my family, who's obviously, as you gentlemen know, first and foremost, they are the ones who pay the price, right? They feel the losses with you, right? The heartbreak. They feel the joy when you finally get it done. And so my wife, Natalie, who Brawley's first lady, is that a thing? Or is that, well, let's make it a thing. It's a thing now. So Brawley's first lady, my wife, Natalie Castro, was always, sometimes, reminding me that I should think about it twice for many reasons, right? But it's always supported me and encouraged me. My children, my son, Ramon Castro, I guess you're the fourth son, fourth. People call him Junior. He's the fourth. My daughters was Caitlin and Cassandra. They're back there. My mother-in-law, she also showed up, and she wasn't going to be here today. I really honestly thought she wasn't going to be here. But she's here. Our good friends, how many of us? Okay, let me start in order. From back in the day, right, when we first got going, my sister, Francisca, was sitting right in the front with her grandson, Noah. Her daughter, Destiny, and there's my brother, Raimundo, back there. And Mario. Where's Mario back there? Mario. And Coach is here. Coach Payne. Yeah, good to see you, sir. Priscilla, who's sitting here. Lorena, thank you for coming tonight. And there is, all right, my other good friends. There they are, the three musketeers. So these guys all served in the Army, but somehow they managed to make it into my circle. So they're great people, very close friends. Ernie Mariscal, Mr. Daniel Nunez, and Angie. I got you, Mr. Garcia. I get to you right now. And Raymond Gonzalez is sitting back there. So those guys have been there for many, many years now, have backed me up every step of the way financially and in many, many different ways to support through this. And Mr. Frank Raya, who's back there. I see you, Frank. I see you. You're hiding back there. I see you. Comes from a great family of patriots, from his father being a World War II veteran, combat veteran, and also served in the Marine Corps. Where's everybody at? All right, we'll get to all you guys here in a little bit, I promise. I'm going to try to keep it short, but obviously it's not going to happen. But this was like, I was thinking today, like I was just thinking back to like being a little kid, being 8 years old, running around the projects. Never thought I was even going to wear a suit in my life. I didn't know if I was going to wear shoes. and you fast forward and you say, how do you get here? How do you get to this point where you're serving the community, when you become a mayor of a town where, you know, you were once written off at the young age of 8 years old. And it took a village. It took a village from my mother's encouragement, who always believed in me and isn't here with us today, and passed, right, in 2020 due to COVID. You know, to my father, who I rarely saw, but every time I saw him, gave me his love. To my grandparents in the Salazar family, is my mother's side of the family. My grandfather, Felix Salazar, who always encouraged me and always told me, hey, man, you do what you want. There's no reason not to do what you think is right, or what you want for you or for your family. And I believe that. I believe that from a very young age. But it took more than that. It took encouragement. And I'm glad to see Coach Peña in here. He was my coach when I played football for him. Obviously, his son now coaches Central, the Spartans. But I still love them both very, very, very much. And Coach said something to me one day that it changed my outlook. And the way to describe it is that I felt worth immediately. I missed a football game one day, and I thought he was going to be mad at me and chew me out, and I was going to be in trouble like I always was, and how everybody treated me as a kid. You know, I was always in trouble. Never any encouragement, just in trouble, and I was told, you know, how I was never going to be anything because of what I was. And this coach pulled me to the side, and I was scared. I mean, he's big. You see him now, he still scares me. And he said to me, hey, Castro, what happened? Why didn't you go to the football game? I said, I'm sorry, Coach. We missed it. We got there like 5 minutes late, and we were playing in Poway, and the caravan took off. And he says, never do that again. Never leave your team behind. We needed you. He says, we lost by this much, and had you been there, we would have won that game. And that comment right there, Coach, changed my life going forward. Anytime somebody told me I couldn't be or I couldn't do anything, I was, screw you. There's somebody that believes in me. When I was told, like, you won't make it in the Marine Corps, says who? I'm going to make it. When somebody told me, you're never going to win the race to city council, I says who? This man told me one time, and I'm pretty rough around the edges when I'm expressing myself. This man told me one time, he said, Jitterbug, you're never going to make it. You're no good. You're never going to get on that council. And I said to him, with all due respect, sir, I'm 32 years old. I got many, many years to try. I said, you're pretty old. You'll probably be dead in 10 years. I said, so you probably won't get to see it. So he got to see it, though. Sadly, he's still alive. But you know, it is what it is. I'm sorry if I missed you, if I didn't say your name, but everybody here, Eddie came out. Thank you for coming out. Hector, who's back there? I see Stephanie. I see you. And everyone, Mr. Garcia, thank you for coming out. Obviously, always appreciate you being here. And everyone on staff and the council and everyone who's ever just gone out and voted. I hope that I don't disappoint you. I hope that I'm able to meet your expectations, and I hope that I make you proud. That's all I have. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
So are we done with the meeting? How is
Well,
it?
you adjourn it now, this meeting, you're adjourning to the regular meeting.
All right, we are now adjourning to regular meeting December 19, 2023 at 6 p.m.
There we go.
All right. Yeah. Good job.